The best weapon for Maelle is the Medallum. You can obtain this early on the game at the Gestural Village at the arena.
It wasn't that strong.
Once you meet Golgra and asks you to fight in the arena for the password, use Maelle and you will get it as a reward.
We need to get to the Paintress. Noko said you could help us cross the sea.
Oh, there's a pass through here.
Initiate the arena. You can use other character, but it is important to use Maelle against Ciel. Unfortunately, for my run I used Gustav, so if you are not yet on this stage, remember to use Maelle at all cost.
You're alive! I thought I was the only one left. I knew you were resourceful. How did you get here? They're expecting a bit of a show, shall we?
Fortunately, there is another way to get the weapon, and it is by defeating Golgra at the arena. But at this stage, it is impossible, as Golgra will one-shot you, and has around 3 million HP. The easiest way is to progress into the story, until you defeat the Paintress and unlock the ability to fly around the world map. Try to obtain as much Pictos and increase your Lumina capacity. Most notably the Painted Power Pictos, which allows your damage to exceed 9,000. Also, you will need the Pictos which buffs your character on solo fights. You can obtain it from the hidden Gestural Arena near the Gestural Village. These are easy fights, and you can unlock 4 Pictos for solo fighting. For our active Pictos, use the Second Chance Pictos as it costs 40 Lumina when equipped. This Pictos allows us to revive once per battle. For the remaining 2 Pictos, use whichever you like, or use Pictos that increase HP for more tankiness. For the Lumina setup, it is mandatory to use Augmented Counter, as it will be the main source of damage. Equip all Last Stand Pictos and the Solo Fighter Pictos. Use all Pictos that increase damage, such as Glass Cannon and Inverted Affinity. Equip Pictos, that gives buffs at the start of battle. With the effect of Inverted Affinity, we will have so much damage in the first 3 rounds. Golgra usually hits twice before you get a turn. If you have Burning Death, equip it as it can apply burn when you die. This will allow us to be in virtuos stance for more damage. Here is my Lumina setup. I have 200 Lumina, so adjust or remove other Lumina that does not affect damage. For the skill, you need to be skilled at parrying, as counterattacks will be the main source of damage. And for the active skill, we need only 3. First is Spark to apply burn effect. And when Golgra is affected by burning effect, use Swift Stride to transition into Virtuose stance. If you get a turn, only use Flurry Fury to stay in Virtuose stance. Your goal is to be in Virtuose stance as it increases our damage by 200%. And it affects counterattacks. Here are Maelle's stats, and it is not optimal, so you can optimize your stats before the fight. As for the weapon, we will need the Virumum. This weapon applies defenseless when performing a counterattack. Try to level it up for more damage. You can purchase it from Mystra. Mystra can be found at the Tainted Meadows section of the monolith. The strategy is to parry and counterattack. With the Medallum sword, it will apply defenseless to boost our damage. Also, we need to get into Virtuose stance as soon as possible. On our turn, use Spark to apply burning effect, and on our next turn, use Swift Stride to transition into Virtuose stance. If we are already on Virtuose stance, use Flurry Fury to stay in Virtuose stance. Our goal is to damage Golgra into half HP immediately to her second phase. Golgra has 4 attack patterns, and second phase additional attacks will be added. Here are the attack patterns in the second phase. A gradient counter adds a jump attack at the beginning. The spinning right kick now has 6 hits instead of 4.
That's better. Nice. Ready to parry.
The jumping delayed kick now has 4 hits and has a little bit more delay.
Ready to parry.
The low kick now has 6 hits instead of 3. Here's the full run. The fight took around 2 minutes 45 seconds.
On me. The dance begins. On me. Not looking good. Okay. Not giving up. Okay. Good. On me. That's better.
Lumbarcaca expeditiono. Gororito bota? Un poquito le